Hey Nick, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I'm oh, no problem. I'm wondering, late in that fourth quarter, what did you think about the team's collective defense? It seemed like, there were a few open looks for Phoenix that they generated, but for the most part, really loading up on Booker and CP.
Yeah, in those situations, the game gonna go through those two guys, and they prove themselves on those situations, obviously. So we had to really try to do something with Pat Bev and I, 'cause we had like the two guys on them on those situations, and as a team as well. I think as a team we did great, and it's not easy. It's not easy, but we did a good job, secure the rebound. We didn't let them get offensive rebound. I think they didn't do well in the second half, but I think we find a way to win this game. I think that's a good way to win this game. So we're gonna learn from it. And we're up 30, we blew the lead, but at least we find a way. And I think it's gonna be huge for us in the future because we all know what happened a couple months ago. And I think it's good for us to win a game like that. And I actually love it. It's weird actually to say that, but I love the fact that we won the game that way.
Thanks, Nick.
Let's move over to Miriam.
Hi, Nick. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Wondering what you make of Paul George this season, and if other guys in the league are maybe talking differently to him this year, or have anything to say. I know there was a scuffle in the fourth quarter there, and just kind of like, what do you see? What's your perspective?
People can talk about that guy, but for me, he's a top 10, top 15 guy, and he still is one of the best players in this league. He was a top 3 MVP 2 years ago. And, he's still a great player. And he proved it all year long so far. It's been 7 games. He's been great, especially on clutch time. And we give him the ball in fine situation to make plays for us. And he does. And he did still today make big bucket. And he still find ways to make plays too. And now I think that's his 3rd game in a row with more than 6 assists. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. So that's good.
We'll move over to Dwayne Rankin from Arizona Republic.
Yeah, Nicholas, you may have been already asked this, but the three that you got in the corner, how nice was that to be able to get that shot, and that pretty much closed the game for you guys?
But the way Paul, like PG, was playing, I kind of knew I had to be ready because at some point you have to make plays because that's what he can do. And I was really the last almost 5 position because I knew he's gonna come. He won't be able to shoot every time, but he was hot. So I mean, I have nothing against it. I mean, the man got 39 and he carried us today. So, but yeah, I was ready to at any point to be ready to make a shot, to make a play for the team, because it's just great to be on the court after what happened to me the last 18 months, basketball-wise, to play in a team like that, to be on the court on those situations, and have the trust from my teammate and from a guy like PG to give me the ball and to make a shot, a big shot like that. So it just felt great to. I don't really like to talk about myself, but it just felt great just to have a shot like that.
Let's move over to Tomer.
Hey, Nick, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I know you said you don't like to talk about yourself, but I got to ask. I feel like the last 2 years for you in Charlotte weren't really you. I guess, did people forget how good you were, you think? And how excited were you to come back and show what you've still got in the league?
No, I say that when things happen with Charlotte, like, I don't think it's fair for me to judge me in 18 months when I played 15 years as a pro, if I count my years in France. No, I had a good career. I think I'm not an Hall of Famer. I didn't do stuff like to be an Hall of Famer, but I think I got a respectable career. And what happened in the last 18 months, it didn't work out. No, the first years in Charlotte was great. I got a great relationship with Steve Clifford, and we made a good chance as a coach. And I think it didn't work out. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. But I'm a great situation right now. I love Tailu. I love his staff. I can't thank enough Lois Frank, and his staff, and Jerry West and Steve Ballmer to pick me up, because I'm very happy today.
Okay, let's move on over to Justin Russo.
Hey, Nick, congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You've said before that you just wanted to come in and fill the role as the guy who just does all the little things to help the team, but you've done a lot more than just the little things. What's it been like on this team for them to have that confidence in you, to go to you in that situation tonight, and for you to deliver on it?
You know, I have to be ready because you can't really, even if they're great, even if Kawhi, PG, and Lou are great, you can't really rely on themselves 100% of the time. You know, on 10 situation, 9 is going to be from them. The 10th one, you have to be ready because it might come your way. So just to be on the court with those guys in those situations, you have to be ready because you can't, I mean, they carry us and they carry so much load for us. So sometimes you have to make sure you have to be ready for them. So if the ball come to you and you really make a big play. And that's what I want to do. You know, I don't want to try to do too much because I try to get example, you know, the way Boris play for the Spurs, the way Andre Iguodala play for the Warriors, all those guys. That's kind of the players I'm trying to inspire myself this year.
We'll take 2 more questions. We'll go to David, and then last question will come from Cameron Buford.
Hey, Nick. You know, earlier, Coach Lou talked about your versatility defensively, you know, particularly in this game here. You know, you were out there guarding their wings. You know, at times you were matched up in the post. Just, you know, what's been your approach to this season on the defensive end?
You know, I mean, it kind of remind me one of my first couple of years with the Blazers when I was coached by Nate McMillan. And I was kind of used the same way actually. I got games where I got games that could start on the point guard, end up on Dirk Nowitzki, and I start on Jason Kidd. So I was used that way my first 2-3 years, and I think I'm back to that role. Not the last 3-4 years on the Terry Stott, but more my first 3 years when B-Roy was there and LaMarcus and all those guys. So, but I'm not 21 anymore. I'm 32 now, so I got more experience. I got more stuff like behind me, so just better for me.
Okay, last question. Go to Cameron.
Hey, Nick. Congrats on the W.
Thank you.
Will you talk about, you touched on a little bit that your career, you got 15 years under your belt, including your time overseas. But as a veteran in the league, when you come over here, did the way they welcomed you onto this team allow you to be more comfortable and then do all the versatile things that you do on a court to just kind of bring this team together? It seemed like you're a glue guy in a matter of speaking, and that's kind of the way you pattern your game after. Would you talk about that in the way they bring you on the team and just make it comfortable for you?
That's kind of why I chose this team. You know, when I talked to Norris Frank and Ty Lue, Kawhi, PG before I took my decision, that's what they asked me to do. They asked me to be myself again. No, and that's why they wanted me to go. And since the first day I got to practice, maybe the first practice, they told me to be myself again, to be that guy. And I love that. That's the way I see the game. I told you a couple of weeks ago. The way I am, the way I love to play the game, the way I want to play as a team. You know, I'm not the best one-on-one player. I'm not the guy going to get 25 shots, but I know what I can do to be on the team. No, the basketball is 5-on-5. It's sometimes you can't have guys who are going to take 25 shots. You need some guys sometimes who just here to do the little thing and make sure the team stay together and the concept as a team, like we move forward and we stick together as a team. And that's what I love to do for the last 15 years, I guess.